Boom. Are we good?
We're good.
Okay. So
Nothing much.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, not much either. I had a very nice run this morning. My legs are fucking killing me. But I did a few stretches as you saw, and they're loose. Yeah.
What's your distance?
My today's distance was embarrassingly low of 10-kilometer distance, but yeah.
That's impressive by my standards.
Yeah, but your standards are very much a pussy ass standards, so it's not. Yeah. Yeah, and but what do you do to stay?
Yeah,
in shape?
I don't generally exercise that much.
Yeah, I
These days after the COVID vaccine, then I was on a vacation and now I'm back and it's way too hot.
Yeah, and I think we need to fix the positioning of the mic. So a little cut here. Yeah, I believe we're good.
Uncut.
Yeah, this was a cut. So you were saying your run and your shape.
Yeah,
and,
I used to run in the mornings. It was pretty good. I'm looking into getting back into that.
And what got you out of it?
The vaccine. They told me allegedly you can't like physically exercise for like 10 days. So that kind of threw me off.
Yeah, I get it. I was hesitant to get a vaccine just because of that reason. 10 days and whatnot. But then I looked it up, and some people also were saying like 2-3 days. And I was like, okay, 2-3 days is fine. And when I actually got the vaccine, I didn't even wait 2-3 days. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that's a rule. Like, why would physical exercise cause anything?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's inflammation, right, when you physically exercise. Yeah, that's how muscles work. You're tearing the fibers, and it's local inflammation within the muscles. And if the vaccine is not acting properly because of those, I don't know. I'm probably making some shit up, and do not, whoever's listening out of those 3 people.
Yeah, don't fact check that.
Yeah. I'd appreciate that. So, what is it important to you though to stay in shape? How much of that does it affect you?
It is somewhat important. It's tied into the self-esteem, and then you got to feel comfortable in your body, right?
Yeah.
So right now I feel like I'm a little overweight to where I'm comfortable with. So.
Yeah. So it's only looks, or is it like how we feel and what you have?
How you feel is also very important. Like when you exercise, you have a lot of energy. Usually, well, in my case, and you can do more in the span of a day than when you're not exercising, because then you're just being lazy.
Yeah,
that kind of seeps into other aspects of life. Yeah.
So what would be your goal? Like, what are you happy with being able to accomplish? Like, I don't know, run a 5K or like...
I don't know. Something. Like, I don't have those kind of goals. Like, it's more of how I feel and how I look rather than any milestones that I want to accomplish with the workout.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. You need consistency, though.
Consistency is key.
Yeah. Like, right now I'm preparing for a triathlon.
Yeah.
Ironman, specifically. So it's like, I've been playing around with that idea for a while, and sometimes I was running, then there were periods when I was not running and shit like that, and that didn't get me anywhere. But like when I actually stuck to it, stuck to a plan, and it doesn't have to be like a crazy thing. It's just the factor of consistency makes like a huge fucking difference. Like last year, I was able to run 21K in little less than 3 hours. And after that, my legs were dead. I literally had trouble walking home. Like 21K finished, and I was 500 meters away from home, and I had to take a seat on the bench, literally, and like...
Yeah, well, 21K is no small feat.
Yeah.
Pun not intended.
Okay. And And this year I did 21K after consistent workouts and shit. I did 21K in 2 minutes and 2
minutes.
2 hours and 14 minutes. So that's a big improvement right there. Consistency is the key.
Yeah, as with any other aspect of life, consistency is key.
Yeah, like what?
I don't know anything apart from drug abuse.
I mean, depends what your goal is.
Yeah.
If you want to really abuse your body, keep abusing it consistently, and you
reaching your goals. Like that's
keep chasing your dreams. I mean, what have I been
hydrated.
saying for the last million years? Just keep chasing your dreams. If it is to just like, I don't know, mess your body up, that there's ways to do that. And if it's improvement, I mean, I'm not here to judge. I'm here to motivate and uplift and
create a better world.
Yes. Every day, every time I take a step, it's an example for other people, you know, walking in the street to, okay, that guy's running, maybe I should be running too. So I don't know, I'm making the world a better place.
That is actually a solid.
Yeah. And I'm saving lives, right? Like it's my health, and I have a life. So every time I run, I'm improving my health. So
can you call yourself a hero for saving your own life?
I can't really say, but yes. Yeah, I hope out of those 4 people who are watching, at least one of them got the reference.
If you didn't go watch The Office right now, you need that in your life.
Yes. I mean, watch this first because it's way better content. But then you should watch The Office. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen it?
Oh God, at least 20 by now.
How?
All the seasons.
Like, how much are you exaggerating?
I don't think I'm exaggerating at all. When the quarantine started, like I had that, when working from home, I had that feeling that I needed the office environment. So I kind of was watching The Office in the background just to like create the noise and shit.
Yeah.
And then that kind of turned into a habit. So now I can't even work unless there's Office playing in the background.
Wow. And it's like, do you even pay attention to it? Does it like?
I know it line by line at this point. Well, that I'm over exaggerating, but I know it quite well.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of have the same relationship with The Office. I also put it in the background. Not every day. I don't have to do it to like work properly. I can do it without it, but like I do it sometimes, and it's very weird. And I don't know, I'm kind of sad about it. You know, I was never into rewatching stuff, and now I'm just rewatching Office sometimes, you know. And Rick and Morty. I've rewatched
Rick and Morty is awesome.
Quite a bit.
Did you see the latest season?
Yeah, I did.
The last episode was 2 days ago or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Season 5, you're talking?
Yeah, the latest one.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one, no.
Yeah, it was about Bird Person.
Oh, Bird Person's back.
Yeah, it's a really good episode. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but it's really good.
Man, I love Bird Person. Yeah. And that episode with the wedding, that was like one of the best episodes. Like the way Rick makes himself vulnerable for like 15 seconds and then everything goes to shit. I love that.
Listen, if anything, that's a life lesson right there.
I know, right?
Don't let your guard down.
If you're Rick, just be Rick. Like, no need for this like vulnerability bullshit, like this HR stuff. You know, just be the badass you are, and you'll be fine. You're quite fond of yourself, just looking at yourself in the screen.
You know what I'm looking at? I'm not actually looking at myself. It's fun to see the little dials on the voice thingy when you're talking and it shows up. I don't know why, but that's like very entertaining to me.
It's fascinating.
It is.
Yeah.
I wish you guys could see.
I mean, I'm sure I can pull it up in the edit. But yeah, it's gonna be way more entertaining than just listening to us in stationary.
Yeah, just watch the
I can do probably like clips, like Instagram clips, and you know, with the waves, sound waves, and just the voice in the background. I could probably do that. Maybe. That's an idea.
It is an idea. There you go.
Okay. But I guess that's a value to take away from today.
Yeah, at least you'll get something out of this podcast, right?
Yeah. Other than the fact that I'm a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a hero for yourself.
I can't really say, but I am.
Every single time cracks me up.
What's your favorite Michael Scott line?
I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Really every time. Yeah. Every time gets
and
me.
It's like, I mean, you watched it 20 times probably, that exact thing, right? And when you're hearing it and you are like 5 words away from the punchline, you know what's coming, but it still hits you.
It's still funny.
Like, you're gonna at least smile. I don't know why. I guess
it's still funny.
It's the delivery of Steve Carell.
He's a great guy.
He's awesome. Yeah. I mean, you could cast like 15 different people and nobody would make it as good as him, I think.
Yeah, he was carrying the show. And then in the last 2 seasons, after
I don't know
leaves,
what happened.
Like, the whole Andy being a manager is
yeah,
like,
who put him in the lead?
So cringe.
Like, I mean, I still watch the show because I love the show and there's other characters.
Like Dwight, man.
Yeah, of course.
Sole reason to watch the show, Dwight.
I know, right? My favorite Dwight quote would be like when Michael asks him, "What's the most impactful thing I've ever told you?" Remember that one?
Don't be
an idiot.
An idiot.
Yeah. Every time I want to make a decision, I ask myself, "What would an idiot do?" And then I
hurts my feelings every time, but it works.
Yeah, Dwight is great. It's kind of sad that I didn't really see much of Renan Wilson in other stuff, though. I believe I saw him in Entourage. Have you seen Entourage?
I have not seen Entourage.
It's great. Yeah, and he had this very, very minor role in Entourage. Played it great, but it was very minor.
He's got a great movie called The Naked Drummer.
Okay.
He's in the lead there.
Is he the naked drummer?
Yeah, he is the naked drummer.
Cool, I would watch that.
And it's pretty fun. It's a good movie.
Okay, that's an idea right there. What else?
What else is he in?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
I know him from The Office, and before then I know him from The Naked Drummer. I guess it took place after The Office, but I watched The Office after I've already
I see. Cool.
Seen the movie.
Yeah, for me he's just Dwight. Like,
yeah, dude, like when you look at him, he's just Dwight.
Yeah, that's kind of sad thing for TV show actors. They're like playing this one character for 10 years and then like what is John Krasinski doing in this Jack Ryan thing? He's Jim. He's not supposed to be this tough
Jim,
guy,
fucking
right?
Go sell paper, dude.
I know, right? What the fuck are you doing working for CIA shooting people? Like, what?
You've seen Game of Thrones, right?
I have.
Imagine how much people hate the
Joffrey
actor.
Yeah.
Like, he's never getting a role in his life.
I know, right? That's sad.
God.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the decision you have to make when they're casting you.
Yeah, I don't think they really have much of a choice, though.
Yeah, I mean, still a good opportunity. Stable job for 10 years. Stable income. People are gonna love you. And then you're done.
Yeah. Have you seen BoJack Horseman?
I have seen a few episodes.
That's kind of the idea, like what you just said. That's kind of the idea of the show. He was like super famous on a TV show.
Oh, okay.
Like he's rich, but he's like doesn't have anything to motivate him.
Okay.
The TV show's over and he's like trying to like get a new perspective in life.
Okay.
And it's a very depressive show, but
it is.
It's very fun and very relatable.
Yeah, I've watched it a while ago.
A while?
I watched it a while ago.
A while?
Yeah, it was a while ago when I've watched it, but I enjoyed a couple of episodes. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And have you seen the whole thing?
No, I haven't seen the whole thing. I'm still... You gotta be in a stable mental state to watch that shit, because otherwise it hits you really hard.
Yeah, then I don't want that. Yeah, like with all that shit going on right now, I think I'm not ready yet.
Yeah,
I still need like distractions and delusions to tell myself that everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah,
I'm not ready
the recent
to face
circumstances have really degraded the mental health
of yours.
Mine and people around me.
Yeah. Not just COVID. I guess.
Yeah, the whole situation in the country, and then like it's unstable. It's so unstable. You don't have any sense of like tangible security or.
Yeah, you don't know what's gonna go down.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. It's like
it's a wildfire.
That's another topic, going around in the region, like Turkey wildfires and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, we could circle back to that.
Yeah, maybe let's not talk about that. We can like address that if we're gonna get into like climate change and shit like that.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's a nice segue into
the next topic, which is climate change.
Yeah, I get why the fuck not? Let's talk about climate change. Are you a denier?
You know what? I believe in climate change, but how much humans actually contribute to it, I don't know.
A lot.
I don't know, because the Earth usually goes through the phases of like global warming, then global freezing, then global warming again. So it could just be a cycle and could just be a coincidence that we are in this state of like massively expanding all the factories and production and infrastructure and causing pollution, and also global warming. So it could be a coincidence that those two happen together. But at the same time, like, who knows? We could actually be causing it.
Yeah. But like to that point, I mean, the only way the mother nature really like puts carbon in the atmosphere is volcanoes, and volcanoes do not produce nearly as much as we do. Like the normal state of the carbon particles in the atmosphere was, I think, 250 micrograms per liter or something like that, and now we are in like 400s, And the volcanoes didn't do that, and it's totally a human thing. And it's not just carbon; it's also the overfishing.
Pollution,
it is dumping.
abuse.
Yeah, it's dumping all that cow shit and the pig shit in the ocean and rivers and all that methane that meat industry produces and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like, here's the thing though, the biggest coal user in the world is China right now, where most of the infrastructure and things are made.
USA or China?
China.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when you look at graphs of like what fuels are being used, like China is in the first place, and the primary fuel they use is coal.
Yeah.
And like there's so many technologies these days that you could utilize, like renewable energy, environment safe energy, but no, they're still using coal.
Yeah, but they're also the leaders in solar, so they're kind of catching up.
Yeah, but here's the thing, they're a massive country, so being a leader in something is not really hard for them, because
that's true, yeah,
they have a lot more resources and human resources.
Yeah, so I guess renewable energy per capita, it's I guess China would not be a leader. Yeah, okay, that's right. Yeah, I guess the leader in that sense would be UK or Germany maybe, because UK has a lot of fucking wind energy that they produce in like Scotland and stuff. Yeah,
one of the European countries for sure.
Yeah, I think UK stat was like crazy last year. I think they produced in 2020 they produced, I don't know, 40 or 50% of their total energy with renewables or something.
That's pretty dope.
Crazy good. Yeah.
That is pretty dope.
Yeah. And compared to that, we only have like 6 windmills in the whole country. I mean, the big wind turbines, I mean.
Yeah, but when you pass them on your way to the seaside or the western side of Georgia.
Kutaisi.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yes. Thank you.
You just see one of them spinning.
That is true. The first time I saw them, I think I was coming back from Kutaisi to Tbilisi. I got very excited. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. I've never seen it, and I guess we're moving to that direction, and things are like starting to move. But then again, like, I never saw anything else beside that. So that's
there was a period in Georgia basically where there was a big movement for renewable energy and everything, but it just died out so quick.
Yeah, when was that?
That was around like 6-7 years ago.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's sad.
Just before shit hit the fan.
I mean, there's always shit hitting the fan in this country.
I mean, comparatively, like,
yeah, that there was a lot more of a shit, and the fan was stronger, I guess.
it was spinning faster.
Yeah, higher RPMs
went everywhere.
Yeah, but like, we have hydropower though, which is not as much of a environmental bargain as some people would think. It's not very eco-friendly. And with all this right situation going on, like, I'm never against commerce and enterprise, but like this, I don't know, sometimes it's kind of unethical and it's harmful for the environment. But where do you stand on this Namahon Hesi situation?
You know what? I don't really have a distinct stand. Like, I haven't really looked into it much. To be honest, the only thing I know about it is that they want to build Big Hesi, and people are like, no, thank you.
Yeah, Hess is hydroelectric station, by the way.
Yeah, so I don't really know what's happening there, so I have never really looked into it.
Yeah.
And if I had to, like, produce an opinion about it just from what I know, then I'd say that, like, it can be unethical in many, many ways to, like, build a new, let's say, infrastructure that taps the nature. But I don't know if it's nature or if it's political or if there's something with the locals.
It's definitely political. Yeah,
I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, I mean, anything major that happens these days in this country, the politicians just used to spin it in their own narrative to, like, I don't know, help their, their
cause,
narrative, whatever. But, like, I think I'm leaning pro, because I think at this point in Georgia, we need foreign we need to worry about the lack of foreign investment more than the damage to the environment and the numbers, and like that the negative side is like throwing out there, and the potential harm, I think, is a little over dramatic. I don't know.
Well, it's very hard to tell what really drives certain initiatives these days, because it's always tied to politics.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you don't know who's behind it, who's going to benefit from it, and who's going to pay.
Yeah, I mean, when their numbers are clear that this much money will be invested in this country, I mean, that kind of does it for me. I mean, that's a lot of jobs, that's a lot of income, and well, we need those right now.
Yeah, we need to start, like, creating more infrastructure in the country, definitely.
Yeah.
Right now, the way everything's moving, the majority of people want Georgia to be like its own thing, like independent from outside influence. I kind of get that, but as a small country,
you can't do that.
It's very, very hard. You have to have solid internal infrastructure for it. You have to have ways to generate product or income or something to sell, to make money. But right now we're not producing anything.
Yeah, I don't think, like, the only way out of this misery that we are right now is to attract foreign investment. That's the only way. I mean, Georgians don't have money. They don't make savings. They don't make investments because there's not a lot of money, in the country.
There's not a lot of money being one thing, and Georgians are famous for loving to
not do stuff,
and constantly celebrate for any and all reasons, which is
that's true.
A huge expenditure of money.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure how much that affects the economy though. But
yeah, but like I'm talking about the general people.
Yeah.
One way out of it could be like focusing on agriculture, and instead of having like individual farmers owning tiny bits of land, you could somehow
no, I mean, I have to disagree on that one though.
Capitalize it, and like if you have a solid agriculture, and we have means to do that, it's just a matter of like the land is just split in so many tiny segments, and you can't really monitor and control what farmers are growing.
Yeah, but like, I mean, the richest countries are not agrarian.
That is true, but it could be a solid income.
It will be solid income.
Country.
If it's gonna be sold, it's gonna be solid income. But there's not a lot of money you can make off of first iteration of the product. You need to, add more value to it. Like that's why the agrarian countries are not rich, and the countries who produce technology, they are the rich ones. So yeah.
So what would your solution be to create some sort of technological infrastructure to produce technology?
Just attract foreign investment in any shape or form and any way you can. The best way to do that is lower the income tax. We don't need this big of a government that we have right now. So like make the government smaller, cut the income tax, and when an American guy hears that, oh, you only pay 10% tax in Georgia, I'll go and set up my business there. And lately I've been noticing a lot more expats and like a lot more foreigners vlogging in Georgia, like on YouTube.
That I have also noticed.
Yeah, and I like that. But it's still not that much of an enterprise that would like get the country out of the misery. You need a lot more of that. So make the country as attractive as possible for foreign investment.
Sorry about that.
And I think that's the way. That's the only way. The fastest and...
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. Foreign investment is very important, especially when you don't have means to start things up on your own, which our government, I don't think, has any. But it's also
government
important.
Is never good at generating enterprise.
Yeah, it's also very important to like set the tone and the environment in the country, and with the recent events, it looks like very unstable and very unfriendly and very intolerant environment. That is not good for foreign investment.
True. Yeah, that's definite fail for us as a country. And I blame the government, obviously, but I mean, we could have done better as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we deviated quite a bit from the climate change.
Oh yeah,
remember we started with that. Yeah,
that was the original topic.
Yeah, so climate change, huh? It's bad, I heard.
What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, I guess the best way to tackle it on an individual level is to change your diet.
Listen, I've heard that a lot. Like I've heard that meat infrastructure produces a lot of methane and a lot of gases and everything, but I don't know how much that contributes in terms of like how much methane actually matters.
So the total greenhouse effect that all the industries have on the planet,
like every industry,
14 to 18% of that is cow barps and cow farts. So that's how much. And you add on top of that methane all the cow shit that gets dumped in the rivers and all the deforestation that we have to do to have farmland and the graze land for the cows. And not just cows, obviously pigs and poultry and everything. So it's kind of a double effect, because what the trees do is they sequester CO2 from the air, and what you are doing, you are basically adding methane, which is 50 times more greenhouse gas effect than carbon dioxide.
Right.
So you are adding the greenhouse effect in the atmosphere, and you are taking away the trees which sequester the CO2. So yeah, it's a very destructive business that we're running.
Yeah, I also saw a very interesting TikTok
Okay.
this morning,
Okay.
and it was about this new way of planting trees, which was basically like there's a container with its own water and everything, and they plant it underground.
Hydroponic, yeah.
And basically the tree gets a lot more chances to survive, the sapling, to grow into a tree, and they're like planning to reforest a lot of the land with that technology. I think that's a good move.
Yeah, that is definitely good. I mean, any sort of innovation is good.
But to get back to your original point about changing your diet, as I know, like there's a lot of work being done right now to create synthetic meat.
Yeah.
So if that is going to happen, depending on how those infrastructures affect the environment, it could be a big step, and you would not have to change your diet.
Yeah. I mean, you would change it. You would just get it from a different source.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, meat, it would still be meat. It would just be factory produced rather than...
I mean, right now meat is factory produced.
I mean, like produced. Synthetically produced rather than butchering an animal.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing, because let's be honest, like I will change my diet, of course, and some other vegan dude will also change his diet and stuff, but masses will not adopt it.
Yeah, it's a small percentage.
Yeah, so you gotta give them an alternative, and I think lab-grown meat is the thing. Vegan meat, basically, an actual meat that is vegan. I would still not eat it because of the health and all that, but yeah, I welcome it.
That's definitely. That's another point. Like it's gonna be factory produced meat, so. If you distrust the produce now, like how much can you really trust meat that was synthetically created? Like they can put anything they want in.
Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna be a challenge,
big topic
for people to gain the trust. And I'm sure, like, if I asked my dad, he'd be like, get that fucking lab produced shit out of my face. Like, what the fuck, you know? And that's gonna take a little time, but I mean, we will have to go vegan as a planet, because otherwise we will just, I don't know, suffocate. You know.
What's your take on colonizing Mars?
We definitely should colonize Mars, and I love Elon for pushing that envelope. We need to become multiplanetary species.
Yeah, that's the next step, basically.
Because that's the only way you can ensure a survival of the species, because one day or another there's gonna be some meteorite, a rogue meteorite.
Yeah, well, if it's not gonna be a meteor, it's gonna be something we cause. Overpopulation, like. Yeah,
maybe we're gonna be like nuking the shit out of each other, and that's gonna be the end.
It only takes one button to destroy the world.
That is true. Like some janitor might be sweeping the floor and hit the big red button.
Yeah, and that's then another country be like, oh no, they launched the nukes, and launch nukes in response, and then you're in fallout.
Yeah, that's true. We need just don't keep the eggs in one basket, right? That's as cliche as it gets. So we are all of us are the eggs in this one basket that is the Mother Earth, and we need other baskets like Mars and stuff. And I think we need to treat that really urgently. Like, we need.
Do you think it's gonna happen in our lifetime?
A self-sustaining colony? No, but like to a certain level, yes. Within the next 10 years, there's gonna be people living on Mars.
Yeah, because terraforming a planet is not an easy feat.
Yeah, that's gonna take hundreds of years. Colony is gonna take less, and terraforming is gonna take, I don't know, centuries and centuries. So we kind of need to do the same thing to the Mars that we did to the Earth. You know, we need to warm it up.
Start growing cows on Mars.
Yeah, or just a factory that produces carbon dioxide. That's it. What are you producing?
A fart factory.
We're producing farts and carbon dioxide. We need to do something like that. Or Elon Musk said we can create an artificial sun. And I was like, excuse me, what now? So it's like, imagine like a Death Star orbiting the planet, and it has like a bunch of explosions going on all the time on it, and it's just warming up the planet.
Does not sound very appealing.
Yeah, it sounds crazy, but it's one of the ways. The other way was to have a giant solar reflector. So it's like, here's a planet, and behind it there's a mirror, big mirror, and it reflects the sun and heats up the planet. Yeah, we need something like that on Mars.
I mean, technically, if we will be able to produce a mirror that big that orbits a planet, we can start working on a Dyson sphere. You know what a Dyson sphere is, right?
Yeah. But I mean, do we need a Dyson sphere?
Well, not yet, but if we're going to become an interplanetary species, then we're eventually going to exhaust the resources of solar system. So we're going to need to
that is true.
Harness more power.
Yeah. Space mining, right? That's what
space mining is going to be a thing.
Yeah, that's the next thing.
Like, the amount of resources in the asteroid belt are just crazy.
I know, right? And there's probably some, I don't know, materials that we don't know about yet.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Some terraperanium that the next California could be, Californian gold rush could be on some...
Mining terraferrarium.
Yeah, on some asteroid belt, mining terraferrarium. Yeah, that's exciting though, you know. Obviously there's going to be a lot of politics there and some Space Force stuff and, I don't know, interstellar wars.
You know, we have to move past the politics at a certain point.
I would love to, but probably we can't.
It's not a way forward. Like, it gets in the way of progress so bad.
It does, yeah. I hate all that government stuff and the regulations that hold the business and innovation.
Yeah, instead of directing your funds to create something new and create something exciting and useful, you're directing your funds to create propaganda and fund like wars and shit.
Yeah, that's a touchy subject indeed. But what I've been wondering is, like, okay, if we get rid of the government and make it like really small, or just get rid of the government and have anarchy, I think people are like gonna gravitate towards that kind of a setup where there's still some agency that regulates stuff. Because, I don't know, like, if you don't have police, there's gonna be some group of people that will think like, okay, there's some rogue people running around, I have to protect myself from it.
It's gonna be like self-created police.
Yeah, so they're gonna hire a bunch of people who can protect them, and then that's gonna be a service. Like, okay, we are a business who provides service for protecting you.
That's dangerous, though.
And that becoms a government, and that's essentially what government is, right? But now
government is basically piracy protected by law.
It's a good way.
They're taking a cut from your income and from everything you do.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
and they are protected by law and can do that.
They are a legitimized mafia, basically.
Yeah, well, you can't really have no government. I'm just saying that you should have government, but politics should be focused on improvement rather than, I don't know what. Like, what is it even serving right now?
Nothing. They're just holding their seats in the government because they get free money and free influence, and they like it. So
they're using money and influence to get more money and influence. Like, how far can your greed go?
I'm not sure they have a limit. Yeah. Okay. I guess we're talking about depressing stuff again.
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah. So every time we start talking about climate change, we kind of circle back to government.
I mean, they are very tightly intertwined.
JINX.
Not planned, by the way.
That's a bad thing to say on a podcast. Okay, for the next 3 hours, just watch a footage of us not talking. Yeah, let's not do that. Oh, what are you drinking, by the way? What is that?
I'm drinking. This
alien
is like
piss?
chunky aloe juice. I tried it for the first time today.
Mm-hmm.
You actually sent me a picture.
You've tried this brand first, or
no, just this juice.
Really?
I haven't tried it before.
Oh, you shouldn't try this brand. You should have tried the good brand.
Yeah, this was the only one in the store.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't usually like chunks in my juice.
Yeah.
But
go on.
It's like not bad, you know.
Yeah.
Not something I would drink frequently though.
It's a good thing for hangovers, I believe. I mean, I don't know how people feel during hangovers because I've never had a hangover, but I think it would be really like nice, refreshing thing, very light. But you should buy the other brand and buy the sugar-free version of that because it's
actually you need sugars during a hangover.
Really?
Yeah, because how it works is when you drink alcohol, which is basically diluted ethanol. Mm-hmm. Your body processes it twice using sugars in your liver, and at some point the sugars in the liver run out, and the unprocessed ethanol becomes literally poison for your body.
Okay, I see.
So you need sugars to replenish that and allow the body to process the residue.
Yeah. So you need.
So Coca-Cola is #1 drink for me personally.
Yeah. But what about the gases though? Doesn't it like
not really
weigh you down? Okay. Yeah, like Coke is kind of a perfect thing, right? It's got just a little bit of caffeine to kind of wake you up. It's got some sugar. It's cold, so it's kind of refreshing.
Yeah, it feels nice.
Yeah.
Or eat some greasy food, like heavy in fat.
Probably shouldn't do that. Probably should not do that.
It's really good for a hangover though.
I mean, I'm sure it makes you feel better, but I don't think it's good for a long run, you know.
Yeah, well, short-term gains for long-term losses.
That's always the way to go. Yeah, I have literally never felt a hangover. Ever.
You don't really drink though, do you?
I drink probably like once every 2 months. Maybe not even that much. I mean, I drink quite a bit during January because there's, New Year's, my birthday, somebody else's birthday.
Like, do you drink a lot in one sitting?
That is a very rare occasion. Yeah. Like on my birthday, I do. And it's kind of hard to get me drunk. I have a high threshold, and I think that's because I have not been abusing my body with alcohol. Then I do a lot of things to compensate that, because if I drink a lot of alcohol, the other day I'm gonna drink like green smoothie, and I'm probably gonna have a lot of antioxidants in my body to fight the inflammation and shit. So it's like I can handle alcohol very well, but again,
what was that?
Very well.
What was that?
I handle it very well. I don't know why this German side of me woke up today inside of me, but
is there like a German spirit and a German spirit in your house?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess, but I kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of affected by the German accent today. But yeah, I think I handle alcohol very well, but it's because of the lack of consumption of alcohol, I think.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah.
I do get hangovers, and they are very bad.
The other thing is that you're very old.
Yeah, I'm ancient compared to you.
Right? You what? 7 years older than me, or 6?
I don't even know, dude.
Are you 30?
I'm 29.
Oh, okay, so 6.
Saying that out loud is weird, though. If you would ask me when I was 24 where I would envision myself at 29, this is not it.
It was not here. Like discussing climate change and government.
Yeah, no.
Some 23.
But at the same time, when I was 24, I was a dumbass kid. So the hell do I know?
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm gonna say that when I'm your age. Like when I was 23, I was a dumbass. Because right now
you're way smarter than I was when I was 24.
Okay, that's a good thing to hear. Yeah.
You're making smarter decisions and choices in life.
Okay. I guess I'm good for now.
Yeah, you're good.
It's like my age is my age is 25, and my target age. So by 25, I should have made something out of myself. So it's like
right.
Yeah, I have a few bucket list things. Like I need to run a triathlon and start some sort of business or something like financial.
Right. Running a triathlon, does that contributes to your self-esteem, or like what are you getting out of it?
It's the grind that I enjoy. Like the same reason I do jiu-jitsu. I mean, there's many reasons to do it, like health and everything, like being able to do stuff and stuff. But like the main reason is just putting yourself through adversity and kind of expanding your comfort zone.
Is it me or is it blurry?
No, it is blurry. Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
that did not work.
Let me fix that.
Oh, there you go. That's a nice technique.
Yeah. So yeah, what was I saying?
You were saying what you get out of the triathlon.
Yeah. So it's putting
the grind.
Yeah, putting yourself through adversity too. It's like if you did that, what else can be not done? You know.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like expanding your limits.
Yeah. That's
good. That's good.
One of the reasons why I started jiu-jitsu. It's like when you are there and there's some 100-kilo guy on top of you, just like, it's a grueling fight and you're trying to get out of the bad situation and you try to stay calm, and it's that, just staying calm through adversity and overcoming, adapting and overcoming. Yeah. Yeah, stop making it like sexual.
I'm not the one making it sexual. You're sitting here talking to me about a 100-kilo guy being on top of me.
Yeah, that's what you do at jiu-jitsu. You're trying to dominate and like control your opponent.
That is not making it any better.
I know, but you're the one being immature and giggly.
I can't help it.
Yeah, I guess you haven't reached my level of maturity yet.
Yeah, I have a long way to go.
Yeah, you'll get there sometime.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think you need to do jiu-jitsu though, because you're clearly not okay with your masculinity. I
don't know. I am very okay. I'm sorry. I keep trying to fix. There you go. So it's like connected to you somehow. I don't know. I think I'm pretty comfortable with my masculinity and my feminine side too.
Yeah. Again, the blur.
This sucks. What's wrong?
The autofocus. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's like 3 people watching this anyway, right?
Yeah, I guess I'll keep doing that, and yeah.
It's a good exercise for your back.
Yeah, it's good core, oblique muscles and shit. Yeah.
So I want to get into martial arts. I've always wanted, but I never find like
time,
the motivation to like start it.
Yeah, motivation is a tricky thing. I mean, it's
like I've always wanted it, but
I mean, if
here
you
I am,
always
still
wanted
not having done it.
That's the motivation, no? Or you mean like this influx of internal feeling that, okay, I'm gonna get this shit done, that kind of motivation?
Yeah, like that motivation you get when you want to do something and it's like in the back of your head, but then one day you're like, okay, today's the day when I'm gonna do it. That's never happened in terms of starting martial arts.
Yeah, I stopped relying on that. Like motivation. I don't care about motivation. If I set a goal now, I've learned that hard way. I will do that, and I will execute the plan. It doesn't matter if I have a motivation or not. For example, today when I woke up, I really did not want to run. I was just like not feeling good, and I didn't want to. But yeah, I started stretching, and I eased myself to it, and then I got out, and started running. And then when you are running like that much, there's a lot of things you experience. Like I was having this like pain in my abdomen. I was like, what is this? This sucks. Should I stop? But then like, okay, it's probably gonna go away. So just keep grinding, and I just don't rely on motivation. And if there's a plan, I just do it regardless.
Yeah, that's also a good thing. But at the same time, if there's a plan, then there's
what?
if there's a plan, the plan is also a motivation, you know. Having a plan is already giving yourself motivation to go out there and do something, because it's a type of motivation.
Yeah, it's one of the ways.
If I make a plan, I stick to it, but I rarely make a plan. That's
so maybe make a plan.
That is a very good revelation. That's what I'll be taking away from today.
Yeah. So 3 things. I'm a hero for saving lives.
Saving your life.
Well, it's still a life. Okay. Just okay.
It's on par with other lives.
At least on par. Okay. Thank you. What was the second one? Was it about
Dwight Schrute?
Dwight Schrute.
What about Dwight Schrute? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, third one.
Just make a
when
plan
you
and stick to
jinx,
it.
don't stop talking on a podcast.
Yeah, because podcast is kind of it's an integral part of a podcast to be talking.
Yeah. And fourth point is make a plan.
Make a plan and stick to it, and like no matter what excuse comes, like there's always a reason.
There's always a million reasons to not do something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is very true. That was Jan.
That was Jan?
That was Jan when she's talking to Pam.
Yeah.
And Pam's like, I don't want to go to art school.
Yeah, weekends are not good because whatever. And then she stopped.
Yeah.
Shit, I know it by line.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I'm in the club.
Yeah, Office is a dope show.
Yeah. What clubs are you in?
I'm not in any clubs, to be honest.
What communities do you belong to?
I used to be a very intense gamer, but that's not been the case recently. I've been more focusing on, you know, like doing stuff rather than wasting time pretending to do stuff. Yeah. I still do it from time to time. It's like good relief and like good distress.
Yeah, but, games are very toxic that way. It gives you a false sense of accomplishment, right?
They can become very addictive. Yeah,
but the good takeaway from the gaming is to, like, I used to write a blog back in the day, when we had known each other by that time. But like one of the blog posts that I wrote is how to turn your life into a video game or something. And the point is to set up your productivity systems just like they are in games. You know what games give you that make you stay. They give you instant reward, right?
Yeah, they give you a dopamine rush.
Yeah, they give you instant reward, and also you have that XP experience and levels. And if you give yourself that kind of an instant reward, like if you get something done, just cross something off or like do something that satisfies you, you know, like, and then you visually look at the plan and okay, it's done, and give yourself XP. And that's how you give yourself a sense of accomplishment, because it's really hard to, like, getting shit done takes time, right? And it does not give you instant gratification, like
long-term stuff usually doesn't.
Yeah, I'm sure Elon Musk wasn't like, okay, for 15 years working on SpaceX, he was not like, okay, I get instant gratification every day. There were times that probably sucked, right? But yeah, you got to stick to it. So it's like having to-do lists and having a backlog of stuff that you have done to look at and reflect. And okay, I've accomplished a lot of things this week. Oh wow, let me keep going. That's kind of very important.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
Yeah.
And it ties back into the
government
fourth point. No, not the government.
Okay.
Making a plan and sticking to it.
Yeah. Make a list of habits. Like, habits are what gets shit done, right?
Yeah, it only takes 21 days to build a habit.
I've heard 67, like 9 weeks or something.
9 weeks?
Yeah, how much? 63. Okay. Yeah, I read this book by Charles Duhigg, The Power of Habit. It's very good. I recommend. Basically, it explains how habits are formed and how habits are broken. But it also has a nice story of this guy who got like I don't know, some brain damage, like Alzheimer's or something like that, or sclerosis. And even though his brain was damaged, he was still doing his habits thing, like waking up, cooking breakfast, going out, and like finding his way back to home somehow and saying hi to people or something. So yeah, habits, once you form them, they are very, very strong and they help you get shit done. So form a habit, break bad habits,
make a plan and stick to it.
Stick to it. Governments suck and I'm a fucking hero.
And watch The Office.
Watch The Office, yes. What other TV shows would you recommend people? Like life-changing stuff like Office.
I wouldn't call The Office a life-changing thing.
I think it affected your life quite a bit.
Well, it affected my life by just being there in the background. Actually, an interesting topic. I was reading why people are prone to rewatching stuff they've already seen.
Okay.
And apparently it's because knowing what's going to happen next creates a sense of security. And it like combats anxiety in a way. Like it removes uncertainty.
Yeah.
To a point. And it's like when you're rewatching something, you're actually creating a safe environment for yourself. So I guess more than wanting to have an office environment around me, it's the sense of security and like lack of anxiety that the office gives me when I'm working and it's in the background.
Yeah. Okay. That's that makes sense. Because other TV shows or, I don't know, like movies that you watch, the new ones, they kind of keep you on your toes, right? And I mean, that's what makes a good, I don't know, content, right? When it's like there's conflict and drama and all that kind of shit. But yeah, sometimes you just need to chillax. Yeah.
In terms of shows, I don't know. If you're into anime, then recently I've watched Castlevania.
Okay.
Which is fantastic. The animation is top notch.
Okay.
Story is amazing.
Okay.
It's based on a game that was released like in 1992 or something. It was a Nintendo game called Castlevania.
Is it a castle in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, it's very similar actually. You're fighting vampires and you're in a big castle that moves around and
like Transylvania,
like Transylvania. Yeah, no, not Paper Company.
Okay.
Transylvania and a castle, basically.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's about like there's Dracula and there's vampires and it's very cool. It's a very good TV show.
Nice. So you recommend?
Good anime. I do. And if you're not watching Rick and Morty, what are you doing with your life?
I mean, I don't know. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously, get a life.
Just watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah, definitely.
Do it.
What's your favorite anime series and anime movie of all time?
Anime series, I would have to say Bleach.
I have no idea what that is.
Bleach is basically a very old anime that's making a comeback now. I used to watch it in high school. It's basically about this guy that gets... well, the setting is that there's like two worlds where like souls go to after the physical world. And there's like this guardians kind of like Grim Reaper type of guys.
Okay.
But they actually guide souls and also like combat evil souls. And this guy suddenly gets these powers and like it's about a lot of things. Love, politics, fighting monsters. Cool. It's a very cool show.
Okay.
And it's making a comeback now, so very excited for that.
And what about the anime movie?
Anime movie. Haven't really... Well, do you qualify like Miyazaki films?
Yeah, aren't they do they not qualify?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought anime movies you were referring to like movies based on anime.
No. Animation.
Oh, that's still...
Full length,
okay.
Full-length animes.
Spirited Away has always been one of my very, very favorites.
Yeah, I love Spirited Away.
Remember watching it on Rustaviori when I was like 8.
Yeah.
Super, super awesome. Back then I was so weirded out by
the
concept.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Like, it was like a bad trip.
Yeah. First time, I was scared first time I saw it. I was like, what? I hadn't even seen the anime, any anime before. And I was like, okay, that looks kind of weird. and then all this creepy shit like comes up, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on? This is a bad thing. I don't want to watch it. But then I grew up and I watched it and got a lot of metaphors, and it's good stuff.
I used to love it. One thing I also used to watch back then is Princess Mononoke was also
I
a
love
thing.
Princess Mononoke. It's my favorite anime.
Yeah,
of all time.
That anime weirded me out because like the
Forest
monsters
guys.
and the forest. Oh my god, what the hell? Way to encourage people into developing like tentacle fetishes.
What?
No, not me personally,
Okay.
but I don't judge also. But at the same time, there's a lot of tentacle action in that.
Yeah, at the same time, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Sure. Yeah, Princess Mononoke is my favorite anime, probably. If not second favorite. Do you know...
What would be the first?
So it's either that or Tekken King Creed. Do you know that one?
I don't know.
Oh, it's actually American made. It's very unique style, and it's about the balance. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You should watch it. So there's these two brothers who grow up in gutters. One is called black, the other one is called white.
Oh, okay.
And you'll get a lot of metaphors and it's good stuff.
Another anime that comes to mind is Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai. Do you know the movie Afro Samurai?
I don't know the movie. It's an anime movie.
Yeah,
as you would call it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. No.
It is very good. It is very dark, and there's not a lot of conversation.
Okay.
And the English version, Samuel L. Jackson is one of the main voices that leads the thing. It's pretty cool.
Who is Samuel Jackson?
Basically any black guy in a movie. Like, have you seen a black guy in a movie?
Yeah.
Screaming?
Yeah.
That.
Okay.
That's him.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I love Ted. Ted is one of my favorite comedies of all time.
Ted is dope. Ted is very good.
Yeah. It's so stupid, but I love it. It just, I don't know, it works. It hits the spot just right. Ted 1 and Ted 2. But I love
both. Are very good.
Yeah.
I love the actress in Ted 2.
There's a lot of actresses in Ted 2.
The main one, the one that
the lawyer
Mark,
girl?
Yeah. One that Mark falls
Wahlberg.
in love with.
Yeah. I also forget.
She's very hot.
She's she's a good character. Yeah, fights for the right
of
things.
a teddy bear.
Yeah.
But beyond that point, she's very hot.
Yeah, that is true. I have a hard time picturing her because I don't remember, but I remember she was hot.
You have a good memory.
Okay, I pay attention to the stuff that matters, and I confirm that she was hot. I just don't remember her facial features. Yeah.
Big eyes. One of the main things that comes to mind.
Hair. She had hair.
She had several strands of hair. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
At least average amount.
A nose.
She did. Yeah, I would have noticed if she didn't.
2 ears.
Arm on either side of her torso.
One or either side.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good looking girl. Definitely.
It does. It fixes itself when I move too.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Autofocus. Yeah, I need to find a better solution to film this, I guess.
Is there no way to turn off autofocus?
I'm sure there is, but I didn't do it.
All right. Let's look into that after this.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
It's fine. I mean, for all the 3 people watching, I apologize for the shit quality, but yeah, I got.
Yeah, at this point you're probably on another tab if you're still here and you're just listening, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I hope there's still some people left listening. I'm gonna make clips though. I'm gonna select like whatever was the least boring part, and
so like the 2% of the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a little clip, and at least that will be shareable.
Well, podcasts are generally to have it in the background and just go about your day and listen to it in the background. So
yeah,
it doesn't generally have to be super like engaging all the time because you need to focus on other stuff.
Yeah,
so.
True.
Just the nature of podcasts.
Yeah. Most of my podcast consumption these days is while running, and I love it. It's a very good thing. I'm kind of getting two things done. Also,
yeah, it's like cooking. Audiobooks. Audiobooks are a big thing.
I never got into audiobooks. I don't know.
It's so good. You can literally have, like, when you're doing menial tasks, like cutting vegetables or preparing food or washing dishes or just doing nothing, you can have an audiobook in the background and actually passively absorb the information.
Yeah, but I find myself drifting away. I cannot walk and chew a gum at the same time, I guess. I don't know. And running at this point is like very automated.
Yeah,
process.
It needs to be an automated task that you are used to doing, and then you just introduce an audiobook and it like passively works itself in.
It makes sense, but I don't know. I still catch myself adrift. I have problems with focus. In general, I'm a very easily distracted person. So yeah, I've been kind of fighting that all my life. It has been holding me down. But yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I also get distracted very easily.
Yeah,
but it depends on how passionate I am about what I'm doing. You know, if I'm very passionate about what I'm doing, then I don't get distracted at all. But
yeah, passion.
If I'm reading a book that I don't care about per se, then I'll read 20 pages without even reading it. Like, I'll go through the 20 pages
and no information,
but no information is going to be absorbed.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot. I have a non-popular take on passion.
Yeah.
Care hearing it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah. So it's not a very internal thing. It does not kind of like originate or hit you out of nowhere. I think you need to cultivate passion for things. Like, I've been running on and off for, I don't know, maybe for the last 4 years, and only this year I felt passion for running when I actually started to do it on a regular basis. And it was kind of a click moment. I was on one of my long runs and it kind of clicked. You know, wow, I love this shit. And I don't know, in that moment I really enjoyed it, and I kind of visualized myself running the triathlon, and I was like, okay, I think I have passion for it, and I haven't stopped since, and I've never been intermittent about running ever. And
I agree with you. Actually, it is a cultivated thing. You don't find what you like by just knowing what you like. You go out there and try things, and then you eventually find something you like.
Yeah,
like you resonate with this thing, and then you just build a habit and make a plan, stick to it.
Watch The Office.
Watch The Office. He's a hero, and global
government
warming
sucks.
And then you got yourself a passion.
Yeah, I think you definitely need to.
If someone's listening, this is like intermittent pauses are gonna be super weird. Not watching at the same time.
I'm not gonna cut these out. I'm gonna keep it in there. Yeah, I think it's.
It adds to the authenticity.
It adds to the experience. I mean, it's a great value.
Yeah, I guess it's more.
It's a feature, not a bug. Okay, just chill out.
Yeah, this is what it's meant to be. It's blurred out for your convenience, so that you just easily focus on the voices.
Yeah, you focus on the information, the value,
attractive people in front of you.
Yeah, let's be honest. My appearance is very distracting for most people.
Yeah,
so
I know the effect I have on women.
So yeah, just go out and try shit. You never really know what you like
until you try a lot of shit.
Yeah,
it is very true.
Yep. So, have you experimented with homosexuality?
That is a weird question.
You kind of dug yourself a grave there. You said you never know unless you try. So I don't know.
Well, that's a very far leap, but sure, I'll answer your question. There was a time where I kind of questioned, like I was in a very insecure place, so I was like questioning my orientation in general.
Okay.
And I came to a conclusion that I am
straight as a spaghetti.
but not as a spaghetti. You know, sexuality is a spectrum, in my opinion, and like I don't think there exists 100% straight and 100% gay person.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can find the straightest and the gayest person because there's finite people in the world, but it's there's like a spectrum. Like,
it's a great
also thing. Recently I've been like slowly educating myself with the help of several of my friends about the whole like LGBT community and like what is the difference between your sexual expression. Yeah, like you can have a different kind of, for example, you can be biromantic but be straight sexually.
What's biromantic?
Biromantic is someone who is romantically attracted to...
You say bi or bio?
Bi.
Oh, okay. I thought bio.
No, not bioromantic.
Like attracted to natural
plants.
Stuff. Yeah, no.
Yeah, so you can be, apparently you can be biromantic, but then you can be either straight or gay or asexual.
Yeah.
Like, it's completely different things. And then your sexual expression is also a different thing, apparently.
Yeah, first time I hear about bi or bioromantic city.
Yeah, not bioromantic.
Well, I'm sure there are some people out there into
could be
some weird stuff, you know. You know, one of those plants that clamps when something I mean, not
seems
judging.
Seems like you have a solid idea on what a bioromantic person is. Maybe you could be the first one in the field.
I should start a movement of bioromantic people.
Yeah, I mean, you are vegan.
I do grow an avocado plant, which is almost dead by now.
You like plants. So, like, there's a small step from there.
I guess there's a very thin line to walk. I should be careful.
Yeah. What about you? Have you ever questioned your sexuality?
Not really, no.
You're straight as a noodle?
No, because noodle is only straight when it's dry. When it gets wet, it's no longer straight. So I don't know. I'm as straight as a mic boomstick. I don't know, like one of these.
Like my boomstick.
Not your boomstick, like a mic boomstick.
Oh, I thought you said my boomstick. And I was like, why would you be straight as your boomstick?
No. Yeah. Not that boomstick. But like this rod. Let's say a rod.
It's a weird name. Boomstick.
Boomstick. Yeah,
it's a weird name for it.
I'm gonna use that one as one of the euphemisms for penis right now.
I have never thought of that before.
Yeah,
I'm also gonna do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of euphemisms for penises though, and it gets weird.
Literally any word. Say any word.
Any word?
Yeah, just say any word.
Duffel bag. How are you gonna
suck my duffel bag?
No. Could have said suck my duffel bags, and that would have been like a little bit more.
Yeah, but what if you're into only one?
Okay. About the government though.
Yeah, the global warming
sucks, right? Global
sucks
warming
duffel bags.
Sucks. Yeah. Okay, you gotta relent on that. Yeah. What else do you have on mind that you wanna on your chest that you wanna get off?
I don't know why that was so funny.
It was not. It wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know. Recently, I've been thinking about starting my own business too.
Cool.
You know, entrepreneurship ideally is the best way to realize yourself in the world
and solve like other people's problems.
Doing what you like rather than, let's be honest, corporate jobs are not meant to last. Like, yeah,
it was never my dream to, like, I don't think it's any little,
I don't think it's anyone's dream
to be like a corporate worker.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, when you're a kid, you have such wild dreams and expectations. Like, I wanted to be an astronaut or archaeologist when I was a kid. But hey, I'm a customer support team leader. What's up?
Yeah, I guess. So as a kid, you liked examining bones a lot.
I was into Egyptology when I was a kid.
Egyptology, okay. And
I was very into
what did you
it.
learn?
I learned how the world was created according to the Egyptian.
That's interesting.
Egyptian lore.
Care elaborate.
So apparently there were two gods,
Okay.
the god of the earth and god of the sky, and then they had children, which were like the mountains, and then they also had Ra and Thoth, and like basically everything around us, every aspect of nature was tied into a deity. Okay. And every aspect of nature was a product of god of the sky and god of the like earth.
Cool. Yeah, I kind of prefer that to the Christian narrative. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, the Christian narrative, I don't mean to be insensitive towards any Christians listening.
I don't think those three people are Christian.
You never know. This might go viral.
Okay.
You should keep an open mind.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be insensitive, but it's very egoistic, the way it is portrayed, because like God creates everything, and then he creates everything for a human, which in the grander scheme of things is just a tiny little itsy bitsy speck in the vast space of like nothingness.
Yeah.
So it like in reality, like it's very egoistic in that term that humans are like, yeah, we are the only ones that God created.
Yeah. I get you.
And like everything that is around us is for us. No.
Yeah. Kind of like pagan stuff and that kind of mythological shit. No.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's a fairy tale for me. No, not obviously, okay, in my honest opinion. It's very fairy tale-y stuff, but it's kind of cool, to... to be worshipping the real stuff, like I don't know, the sun, and be appreciative of nature or something,
Yeah, that is a very good point. It's more like instead of creating
deity,
this soul deity that you devote yourself to, and let's be honest, Christianity is mainly based on guilt, like most other religions. Like it kind of contradicts itself to me, because if there is a deity that loves you so much that he created everything for you, why would he
try to destroy you?
Why would he judge you for doing the things that like you are driven to do? Yeah. For example, one of the examples is premarital sex.
Yeah.
I'm gonna refocus that. Like, why would that be something a deity cares about?
Yeah, I don't think he or she should. I agree with you on that one. Yeah, and I don't know, like I don't think God writes books if he or she exists. Also, and
the thing is, I'm not an atheist. I'm an omnist, which means that I believe that every religion has a tiny bit of speck of truth in it.
Okay.
And where that came from was I was very religious and a very Orthodox Christian before. But then I went through some life stuff and ended up here, basically. And the logical path that led me here is that several people basically around the world, back when the world was not connected as it is today, wrote essentially the same thing.
That is true.
And they never had any contact with each other. So there must have been something they were like drawing this information from. So like, I don't eliminate the possibility of existence of some sort of a higher being, but I don't think it is the way it's portrayed in any single religion, because all of them are adapted to cultures that they are in. So
do you think we are living in a simulation?
That could also be a possibility. That is a very real possibility.
Yeah, and I don't know, according to Elon Musk, the probability of you being in a simulation is much higher than probability of you being in a real world. Because
I was actually looking into that, and
I mean,
it's weird. There's a theory that
like imagine, like you do not exclude the possibility of the real life simulation existing, right? Like if you assume any sort of rate of improvement of technology, someday you're gonna have a simulation which is gonna be indistinguishable from reality. That's a fair thing to assume, right?
Yeah.
So how are you sure
that it's not already happened?
That it's not already happened, and some guy has you on his computer, and that guy maybe also is controlled by some other guy.
There could be an infinite number of simulations, basically creating layers and layers.
Yeah, and it's a very ego thing to say that, I'm the one who living in the real world, and okay.
Yeah, again, a lot of ideas that we have about the real world are very egocentric and
that's true.
Egoistic.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, I was looking into it, and there's a theory that if this really is a simulation, then it has some sort of limits, right? Nothing is limitless. A limitless simulation would require a computer of a limitless power, which ideally and essentially does not exist and should not exist according to the laws of nature.
Yeah.
So when like laws of physics break inside of black holes and on subatomic levels, like they don't apply anymore.
Yeah.
And the reasoning for this in this theory was that the simulation is not generated. So within the black holes and like subatomic particles, it's not generated. It's like not like humans were not meant to go that far in the simulation. Like that's the idea of this theory.
They did not code that in.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting take. Yeah, but like, do you think that's the case?
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah.
Like why? We don't even know what's beyond the horizon of a black hole, and we are barely understanding the quantum physics now. So
yeah, quantum physics is very hard to observe. I mean,
yeah, they only get glimpses every time they collide hydrogen atoms. That's the only time they get glimpse for like 0.0001% of a second. They just see an image.
Yeah, that stuff is like when Neil deGrasse Tyson explains stuff, it's very fascinating, but I try not to get into that too much because I'll probably end up in some rabbit hole and end up wasting a lot of time.
Yeah. To be fair, like even if it's a simulation or real life, like it doesn't really matter in the end because you're given this life, right? So you have to realize yourself to the fullest you can.
Yeah. And
so like, just live your life and fulfill your dreams and desires. And
yeah, I don't think it ultimately matters if you are in a simulation, because if your simulation is undistinguishable from the reality, it might as well be reality. Because like
reality is only what we interpret to the five senses. So
yeah. So if you can't tell it apart from the real thing, it might as well be, right? Like what's the difference for you?
Yeah, that's like
really no difference.
That's like the whole plot of Matrix right there.
Yeah. Oh, you saw the Matrix spin-off in Office?
Yeah.
That was so good.
The deleted scene, yeah. Oh my god.
I'm Morpheus's brother.
Dorpheus.
So good.
That was killer.
So very much good. And when Dwight chose the wrong pill.
Yeah, he's like, I'm really happy right now. I don't want to go.
Yeah, it was deep too. It was quite deep.
Yeah.
Would you take a blue pill or a red pill?
Honestly, I don't know. Depends. If it was offered to me right now, I would decide to stay in the simulation. Because I don't know what's out there, and I'm not a big fan of uncertainty. And like, if the world is worse out there, then I'm going to be regretting that I chose the wrong pill.
World is probably worse out there. You know why? Because like, if you are designing a game, why would you make it as boring as your real life?
Why would you make it worse than real life? You would make it better to make it enticing, right?
Yeah, like when you see action movies, that's hours and hours and hours of content edited down to 3 hours, and it packs like 2 hours of an action movie packs way more action that you're gonna experience in your whole lifetime, right? Let's watch Avengers and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, family.
Oh my god, that meme kills me every time.
Yeah, so it's like if somebody made a simulation, and if you want to go to the real world, it's gonna be way more boring than your simulation. So
yeah, it's by all means of logic, it's gonna be worse.
Yeah.
So why would you want to go out there?
Yeah. Deep stuff.
Yeah, Neo's motivation was that he was curious about what the Matrix was, and in the end, that's what drove him to take the blue pill, because his life did not matter. So I guess that's like...
Plus, he learned a lot of martial arts.
That's also one
Cherry
thing.
on top.
But like his motivation was that his real life sucked. He hated it, and that was his motivation for getting out. But would he have chosen the same pill if his life was not bullshit? If he had a good life, he would not want to leave.
Yeah.
And the Matrix movie would be like 15 minutes long.
Yeah, it only takes one decision. Yeah. And yeah,
it's a very interesting thing to think about.
Indeed. And that does not circle around with the government, and I'm glad we chose this topic.
We can if we want to, but
like
I'd rather not.
How would you tie that into?
Well, your quality of life depends on the government, and
and
also in the Matrix, how they say that there's like 5 iterations of the Matrix, and the first ones were designed to be perfect, and everyone had everything.
Okay.
But people's brains would refuse it because it didn't seem real.
Okay.
And it felt like a fairy tale.
Perfection doesn't seem real.
So then they implemented the troubles and turmoil in life to make it seem more real and reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be that if we are living in a simulation, all this trouble and turmoil and conflict is just generated. Yeah. It's generated to convince us that this is in fact real.
Yeah.
And make us care about things we ultimately don't care about.
You know what's my favorite scene? One of my favorite scenes from Matrix.
When he dodges the bullets.
That's one of it. Yeah, definitely. But like when one of those dark sunglasses Matrix people sits Morpheus down and explains like why he thinks humans are more like a virus than like a mammal or animal. That was like, holy shit, that's true.
It is very true.
We spread like a virus, and we destroy shit on our way.
Yeah, the ultimate human behavior as a species is more of a virus than And think about it. We are now thinking about moving to another planet, which would be the same thing as a virus moving from one cell to another. Destroyed the cell, created as much of itself as it could, and then spread to another unoccupied cell.
Yeah.
Basically a virus.
That is true. Yeah, but
we should
still do that though.
That shouldn't take away from your self-worth though.
Yeah,
you're not a virus, you're a human being.
I don't know, speak for yourself. But yeah, we should.
I mean, some people are parasites, but viruses.
Did you watch Parasite?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, it's so good.
Haven't. Usually when there's too much hype around something, I am turned off from
that was my thing with Game of Thrones, but then I watched Game of Thrones and I do not regret watching Game of Thrones at all.
Yeah, so what about The Parasite?
I'm not gonna spoil it. You should watch it. It's
Did you like it?
Oh yeah, it's really good. And I'm probably gonna watch more Korean movies, because I didn't really explore that part of that market, and that kind of introduces you to
Korean films. I've seen a Korean drama or two. My friend is really into them.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they don't make sense.
Yeah,
they don't make sense to me.
My nieces watch Korean teenage drama stuff, and what do you expect? It's soap opera basically.
Is it like Turkish soap opera with like 600 episodes?
I'm not sure.
And someone's mother turns out to be their father.
I'm not sure. It's more like teenage stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of directed towards young people more.
So more like Twilight-y, toxic relationship.
Yeah. Relationship stuff. Yeah.
It's weird that teenagers are like shown that stuff. Like Twilight, for example, it's one of the most toxic relationships. And the main market is teenage girls.
I don't remember the plot of Twilight. My ex-girlfriend made me watch it.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure, I watched it, but
I didn't watch it on my own either.
Yeah, it was years and years ago. But it's basically a vampire dating a real person.
Yeah.
And
it's like a toxic relationship. Like, they don't have any kind of solid communication. There's a lot of like creepy scenes in terms of like relationship.
Yeah.
And it's weird that teenagers fantasize about this, and teenagers are like conditioned to fantasize about this.
Okay.
It doesn't really promote a lot of smart decision making in the future, you know.
Would you want to be a vampire?
What kind? Is it the kind that burns on sunlight?
You get to keep the good parts, good features like immortality, for example, and immense power.
Immortality and immense power.
Yeah.
Do I have to suck blood for it?
You can be a vegan. You don't have to.
So there are, in this hypothetical universe, there are blood alternatives.
Yeah, heme iron is a thing that you need, and you can get that from yeast.
I don't know if I would want to be immortal though. Like,
yeah, that's my question. Do you want to be immortal?
No.
Okay, do you want to be immortal with a self-destruct button as an option?
No, I don't want to know. I don't want to be in control of when I can self-destruct.
Okay.
I would like to live for very long, like maybe 500 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I would not want immortality. I think it would become very tedious and boring. Like,
yeah,
in this universe, are there people who are also immortal, or am I the only one?
Oh, okay. Well, it depends how you achieve it. Immortality. If you achieve it through technology, then okay, it's safe to assume that other people also have it.
Yeah, if there's other people that have it, then.
So you want the sense of community?
Yeah, that's the main thing. Like, if you're immortal, imagine, and for example, you start a family.
Okay.
In 40, 50 years, you're going to witness your spouse die, you're going to witness your children die, then you're going to be in depression or whatever from it. And then if you decide to do it again, and again, then you're going to become desensitized, and in the end, your emotions are going to be like...
Yeah. But like, why do you want to live 500 years instead of 80?
I'm curious where the human race is going to go. It's mainly curiosity, though.
Yeah.
It's mainly curiosity. I think that in an average human lifespan, if you are motivated enough and if you want something, you can achieve it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need 500 years.
Achieve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need 500 years for that. And you can experience a lot of things in 80 years. It's just the curiosity of where everything goes, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And it's like, whenever I played around with that idea, I kind of have come to the conclusion that like the value of human life and the value of your experiences are kind of tied into the shortness, like the amount of the life. You know, that's what gives it the value and the urgency. So if it's
if death didn't exist,
over 500 years, I think the quality is going to be diluted, and you would do stuff, but you would not feel the urgency, you know?
Yeah, you would not be like at any moment.
Yeah.
This could end, so I need to do the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is the death that ultimately gives value to life.
Yep. Would you go to Mars? Would you be one of the firsts?
No.
Okay, would you be one of the lasts.
If there was a working colony, a self-sustainable colony on Mars,
okay, so
why not?
You would play it safe.
Yeah. I would not risk. Like, I understand the people that want to risk it and that want to be the first on Mars and make this huge leap for the humanity, but I'm a little more egoistic than that.
Yeah.
And I want to create a comfortable life for myself.
Yeah.
Where I can experience and do whatever I want rather than be constrained. So,
like,
I wouldn't.
Yeah. I would probably just go there for a trip.
Yeah, I would definitely want to go there for a trip, but I would not be one of the colonizers. Yeah. I would not be a Martian.
What kind of person do you think it would take to like go? Like, what kind of people would there be?
It would have to be someone who believes in the future of humanity more than he values his own comfort, and someone who strives in like the survivalists, the guys that go out in nature and deprive themselves of the comforts and survive off of nature, like those kind of people.
Yeah. Or maybe also some people who kind of like Neo,
like if they have a boring life here,
they hate their lives here and they want to start fresh.
Yeah, that could also be a red pill.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited for that stuff. Like, sometimes I watch, I don't know, Elon and his predictions and his new developments, and I just get super excited. But then I'm like, okay, it's gonna take like a few more years. Just chill.
What do you think about Neuralink? Would you do it?
100%. I would get it. Yeah.
Aren't you scared of the dangers of it though? Like, connecting your mind to a computer basically exposes you to a lot of external factors, like being hacked, uploading information, and like thought patterns.
Yeah, I mean, but that's always a security concern, even with the laptop. It's just on a much higher scale and much more information that can be retrieved. But I don't know, like, there's always gonna be reasons not to do it, right? There's hundreds of thousands of reasons not to do it.
Yeah, that is very true. But
like, I'm sure people would have the same question before the computers became a thing, or smartphones. Like, really, do you want that in your pocket?
Listen, when computers became a thing, people were calling it the devil's machine,
right? Or this autonomous cars. Like, really, do you want to be connected to the net where you would just, like, I don't know, control your car if something were to happen? So yeah, there's always like negative stuff, but I tend to focus on the positives, and I definitely wanna get Neuralinked and be a super
the
cyborg.
Possibilities are definitely immense, but
yeah, we wouldn't even need to do this. Like, I could just like form my thoughts in like 5 minutes, and then I would just upload it to your brain, and then we would just be done. And like rewinding the memories, that would be cool. Like, if you want some evidence,
rewinding the memories could be very cool.
Yeah, like, basically there's no need for court. Just like, okay, give me your USB stick, and just, okay, let's see what happened, and yeah, that's it.
Like, do you know Cyberpunk?
No.
It's basically a game that takes place in the year 2077, and people have mastered like the integration of the mind with the technology, and they have like special chips and stuff that they can retrieve or write information to. And the whole game revolves around the protagonist accidentally slotting a chip of somebody whose consciousness is uploaded to this chip.
Okay.
And they're like fighting this consciousness in their head. So that was like my concern as well with Neuralink. Like, there could be easily uploaded information into your brain that you might not necessarily want.
Yeah.
So that is my main concern with it. If there's like certain security measures and like they take steps to prevent that or combat that in some way, and like,
yeah, you have antivirus on your computer, right? And
no,
I'm sure you do.
No.
No, okay. But whatever. I mean, there's gonna be a company that will provide antivirus for your brain. You know?
Yeah, but you know
It's
what
like
the
a
antivirus
brain-
companies are doing,
Brain
right?
vaccine.
The antivirus companies are actually manufacturing viruses to make their product needed.
Yeah, okay. Create a problem and then solve and charge money for the solution.
Yeah, so what's to say that that's not going to happen with...
Yeah, but then
Neuralink.
again, then you would look at Apple, and Apple is pretty secure, right? And you don't really need antivirus on your Mac.
Yeah, because nobody uses Mac.
Yeah, there's always like negatives and positives, and I tend to.
Yeah, it's a very interesting topic.
It's gonna make you very vulnerable, but it's gonna make you super powerful.
It's trade-offs, you know.
Yeah.
What's more important to you?
Yeah, and my life is an open book. I don't have anything to hide. So if you wanna retrieve some of my thoughts and
see, I'm not
stuff-
concerned about retrieving thoughts as much as uploading thoughts into my mind.
Yeah.
Because like, imagine a powerful corporation that wants to sell you a product, right?
Yeah, and they
will upload a thought pattern that ultimately
Yeah.
results in you manufacturing this need for the product. So
yeah,
like,
that's true.
it could become a very dangerous tool.
Yeah, definitely. That is a concern.
That is my main concern with it. Otherwise, I would
otherwise
love
go
to
for it.
live. I would love to be integrated with a machine, singularity, and all that.
And it's like, I don't know why people are scared. I mean, if you don't consider that, it's like, you already have a phone. Everybody carries a phone, but just the bandwidth is limited to your two thumbs, you know, and basically the rate of exchange of information is limited to using two thumbs. And if you're gonna integrate it into your brain, it's gonna be the same thing, except much higher rate of data transfer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then again, people are also scared of many things. Like, they're scared of vaccines, for example. Right now, a very active topic.
Yeah.
Like, they think that people are trying to, like,
Put
chip
chips
them
in your blood. Yeah.
Like, if they wanted to chip you, they really don't need to put anything in your body. They already control where you are, what you do, who you interact with. They know everything about you.
The other day I was texting my friend about sandwiches, and I got a promotional deal from Glovo right in like after 15 seconds or something. Hello, buy a sandwich.
You talk about something and then you get ads for it. That's also already very scary. Like, that means that they're constantly listening to what you're saying or what you're typing.
Yeah, I hate that. I probably should switch to Telegram, but then I'll be limited to a very small bubble.
Yeah, not many people are using Telegram.
Yeah,
I have it, but I still have not figured out how.
There's just chats, and there's group chats called channels, and that's it.
Yeah,
you just chat with people. I use it a lot. Like, I use it with Matisse, because Matisse got off the Facebook.
Yeah, he
still has Instagram, which he rarely uses, but he's mostly on Telegram, and my jiu-jitsu chat, the group chat, is on Telegram.
Right.
And so I try to use that as much as possible, but I still have to use Messenger, like Facebook Messenger and Instagram.
It's like mandatory, because everyone's on it, and if you want to reach people,
it's Telegram is a very, very small bubble, and you can't really socialize that much.
Yeah, it ties into the government.
Governments. Yes, they suck.
Right. Let's go over everything then.
Yeah, just to recap the episode. So, government, make plans, watch The Office.
He's a hero.
I'm a hero
for saving his own
lives. Okay, it's still alive. And watch The Office and chillax sometimes.
Make plans and stick to them.
Yeah, keep grinding. But if you want to chill, just watch The Office or Rick and Morty or something.
Yeah, Rick and Morty is pretty chill.
Yeah. Okay. Dope. Take care. Bye-bye.